What's up, everybody? This is Derrickson, your announcer who does commentary and that stuff, and we're here in the interview with the double champion, who is also a Grand Slam champion, Mike Awesome, who won the KCW Intercontinental Championship and retained the KCW United States title as well. Mike Awesome! Thank you for coming, Mike. Thank you so much. Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here, Derrickson. It's very nice to meet you. And you're a very good commentator. I gotta say that. Thank you so much, Mike. I'm gonna say you are a legend and you're part of this KCW since the beginning when it first started the KCW. When Mike 50 Million, the owner, did all of this. How do you feel to become a KCW Intercontinental Champion who you beat Nightmare King B? Well, that's a good question. I gotta say, Nightmare King B was a tough opponent. Like I said, he gave me 3 Nightmares bombs. And I gotta say that. And I gave him 5 spears. 4 didn't budge him. But when I took the 5th spear on him, I gotta say, I was so glad I won this. And now I'm a Grand Slam champion like the others, like the King Ringwrath, the Hall of Famer, my buddy, King Ringwrath. I know, I love you, man. If you're watching this, I love you. Even Dragon, my best opponent and my friend and that stuff. He was a great wrestler and that stuff. Whew. I gotta say, I fought a lot of wrestlers back then. Even Motive. Oh man, I can't even count how many wrestlers I fought and that stuff. Well, I gotta say, your best match was last year was at KCW Fireworks. KCW Fireworks facing Brady Ventura, your former tag team partner, the one you call the Awesome Ones, for the KCW United States Championship at that big main event. How do you feel about that match? Everybody say that's like the best match. Oh, you mean the best match in the main event in the KCW Fireworks in all time? I gotta say, yeah, Brady Ventura was a great opponent and that stuff. I'm glad I fought him. I was thinking about the big and face him because he knew he wanted his rematch to go after the KCW United States Championship. And I retained. And I still had this KCW United States Championship all these years. And now I got the KCW Intercontinental Championship. You hear that, Brandon? I got the title you won the most of in KCW. And it's on my hands, buddy. If you want it so bad, I could put you against me for the KCW Intercontinental Championship, buddy. Let me know. Are you trying to say you're going to cut out Brady Ventura? The one who has won the most Intercontinental titles? Facing you? But Brady Ventura never won the world title yet. And he needs to be a Grand Slam champion, right? Well, that's kind of true. Brady Ventura has to beat to become a world champion, but he never won it yet. Brady Ventura is still trying to get there, but who knows? Who knows? But I gotta say this, Brady Ventura is a tough opponent. If you face him, guys, whoever is gonna face him, well, let's ask about the other 2 matches that happened earlier, Mike. But the Joneses are the new tag team champions, the top tag team champions in all time. How do you feel about that? Well, I gotta say, the Joneses are making a great future to become the greatest tag team champions, but now they have to do the next chapter. Try to defend those 2 tag team titles like me and stay as the top tag team champions, like retain them both. And that's not an easy task, because I know it's very hard to keep one and the other. But if you're like me, I maybe could retain them both. Maybe. Who knows? I may lose one of it and I may retain the other one. I don't care, but I am now a Grand Slam champion and that stuff, and I'm glad to become a champion of these two titles. Well, let's ask about Jack Mystic, you know of, who won the KCW Unleashed Championship and retained the KCW Blackout World Hardcore title in a ladder match earlier as well. And I remember you faced Jack Mystic before. Well, I gotta say, Jack Mystic made a long way because I remember he won the title when I was, you know who, when I was evil, and he took my title. Then I put a rematch on him, and I beat him and retained it, and took the title and regained the title, and that's stuff. But since he lost it, he never won it, and now Jack Mystic is making his dream come true, and becoming a champion again, and now he's a 3-time world champion. I gotta say, Jack Mystic is making a long way and that stuff, and I'm proud of him. Jack Mystic is doing it great to become a top world champion, and now he's the face of KSW. And I have a feeling, Travis is not gonna forget about this because Jack Mystic humiliated him and knocked him out and throw him out of the ladder. And I have a feeling, Jack Mystic, I'm going to say this, buddy. You're going to have your hands tied up when with Travis going to get you and put you a hard match and maybe try to get his title back and that stuff. Just going to say this. So you think Travis, the GM, is going to use his power to try to make him injured to get his title back? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm gonna say this. I know Travis very well, and I never go through him yet, but I do want to face him. Like a fair match, but not like use his power GM to go after a title, and use the power to go after the briefcase, use the money in the bank, and get the world title. Oh wait, he did that when he won that world title, right? Yes, he did. Exactly my point. But I was thinking about to face him and face him for the world title, champion versus champion, but Jack Mystic beat me to it. But I'm gonna say, Jack Mystic, congrats and that stuff. But good luck when Travis go after you. You're so confident, Mike. You think he's gonna be Travis gonna go after him. Oh, I am. I am thinking he's gonna go after him. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give respect of Travis. He is a great champion, but sometimes he likes to use his power to do crazy things. But that's his nature. That's his character. I'm not gonna say he's a really bad guy, but he is really great wrestler. When he fights a ring, he's really a tough opponent. But Jack Mystic overpowered him, and you saw what happened. He won, and now Jack Mystic is a top KSW world champion, the face of KSW, and that stuff. Well, Mike, what's the next challenger for you? Because you are now the KCW Intercontinental Champion and United States Champion, double champion. Well, I'm gonna say this: I am a fighter champion, and I could do whatever I want and that stuff. And I'm gonna say this: this man and that stuff. Whoever's gonna go out this title and that stuff, bring it on, guys. For the next pay-per-view. The next pay-per-view. Whenever the KSW owner puts up and that stuff, I'll be waiting for you guys. One of you. Because I'll be ready defending these titles. And you guys are gonna taste with Mike Awesome. Well, I gotta go to celebrate and that stuff. And I heard Jack Mystic celebrating right now and that stuff. And he's inviting me right now. He's inviting all the double champions who won the titles to come to the party. And I'm one of it. And I gotta go, guys. I gotta go. See ya. Well, guys, that was Mike Awesome and that stuff. And you heard it, guys. Jack Mystic is inviting the Joneses and Mike Awesome in a party? What a great treat of these champions and celebrating to become double champions. Well, guys, that was the interview with Mike Awesome. I'll see you next, guys. Peace out.